I just got done reading the book of Genesis, and in particular, the story of Joseph stood out. And what about the story of Joseph? His ability to show ultimate restraint when he could have had extreme revenge, right? His brothers didn't like him, thought he was spoiled, sold him into slavery, into Egypt. He became second in command because he was dedicated to God. He did what God said. God still blessed him, even though his brothers meant harm for him, right? He ends up, and I'm summarizing here, he ends up, having that experience with Potiphar's wife, ends up going to the dungeon for 2+ years, but God, in his ability and his, well, not his ability, but because he is faithful, brings him out of that and makes him second in command again. And so what happens after that? There's a famine in the land. Other stuff happened, I know, but there's a famine in the land. Jacob, which is Joseph's dad, tells his other brothers, go to Egypt and buy some grain, because if not, we're gonna die. We're gonna starve, right? So what do? They mount up, they head out to Egypt, and as soon as they get to Joseph, like, he recognizes them, but they don't recognize him, right? So in my estimation, he plays with them a little bit, but ultimately he blesses them. He shows them mercy and he blesses them, right? They put themselves in a position of the enemy, but he chooses to bless them. He could have had ultimate revenge, but he chose mercy and love and blessed them, right? There was some interactions there, and they didn't trust him all the way. They thought he was just playing with them after they realized it was him. But ultimately, because Joseph did that, his family eventually was restored, and they had a good relationship after that. And I wonder how many of us, including myself, would take that same stand, would have restraint when we could have ultimate revenge. God bless.